So our first award of the afternoon is for Women Making Waves. This category recognises women who make a global contribution. And in the history of the Inspiring Women Awards, I can't imagine there have been two more worthy or courageous finalists who exemplify how women the world over have the power to lift each other up and make our hopes and dreams a reality. They are both challenging centuries of tradition and prejudice in their homelands. And at a time when women's rights are being questioned and eroded, both here in the UK and certainly across the pond, their character and nerve are a beacon of light. Could I welcome one of the two finalists in the Women Making Waves category, Khurshid Bano, to the stage, and then we'll see a video from the second finalist, Frohar Hamidi. Khurshid, would you like to join me on stage? So Khurshid Bano is a relentless force in the fight for gender justice, a breaker of seemingly insurmountable barriers in her homeland of Pakistan. She is the founder and CEO of
the Hawalur,
which in English is Daughters of Eve, a pioneering NGO fighting for gender justice in Pakistan. Her work is described as proof that one woman's courage can reshape a country's future. As Pakistan faces the challenges of inequality and gender-based violence, Khurshid stands as a reminder of what is possible when purpose meets passion. Her vision is for a just society, and that's clear, and her work is relentless. So I want to ask you, Khurshid, what did you witness and experience that ignited your sense of injustice and made you want to dedicate your life to bringing about change?
First of all, thank you, UK women and jury and Jacqueline. You finalized me. I'm the grassroots worker leader for women activist, 3 digit. I'm try to my best to convey my message. I'm not the English speaker, so forgotten, please. I start my journey in a very young age, when I'm 9-10 years. I feel in my house, my mother is not safe. Domestic violence is in the high level in my mother, my father, and no decision-making power in the women. I'm the first Pakhtun woman to go to college, but I give my to my family, give letter. I'm not going college in any activity, make part in any activity. So when I start my college, so I think in the 9th class, I change my house scenario, and why the man is too much powerful and woman is why not ask their rights, about their rights. We have not the marriage right, education, health, property, not liberty to go to out and earning. So if any woman is earning, the man is take any money, they not spend this money in their own. So I'm very disappointed, but I start my work in a school days. When I start my college, I'm a first woman in my family to go college. But when I start college, I take part in a student union because I'm an activist. So I'm start, but in this era, very critical era, the martial law in our country. So this in Pakistan has the banned the student union. So my teacher complained, my father, they take part. So my college is banned, and I am the 4th marriage. My father gave me a marriage. After that, I'm not a disappointed. I start my work in my village, and I start my mindset work on my husband. So I'm sitting there. My husband support me in after 3 years because they understand I want to work the women education, women health, and everything I see in my house and my family. So I'm very lucky. My husband support me. Then I start my study. Then I start a little um, group of the Hawalur. The Hawalur is the daughter of Eve, the Pashto word in my local language. So then I start my job. There is no washroom for women separate. Harassment is a top. No, there is not women restroom, and the maternity leave is very big problem. So I take part in a union, and good luck in the 5,000 male, and I am only one woman. I am the first union leader in Pakistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Thank you. Thank you. Then I make a small group of the women, girls, and the name of Hawalur. Then I start this work. But in 2008 and 7, in Pakistan has a very critical position. We are living in the near our border of Afghanistan. So you people know the position of our region. In the 3 digit, we are spending very critical. The women is out of school, 30% girls is going to school, 70% out of school. Health condition is the women is not decide, they give birth more children, 2 children. The man is decide the child birth, they decide. So my organization work on the peace. I'm the alumni of San Diego University Peacemaker Women 2016. I'm very happy they give me opportunity all over the Pakistan, all over the world. 4 women every year select. I am the Peacemaker Women 2016. It's my prayer, it's my honor. So I'm working on 2008 and 7. I start the peace on peace work, the women peace, and I've trained the 5,000 people on the peace, and where the peace, and peace means not a war, is the women liberty, education, and there. So this journey is a start. So now we are working on the women policy, harassment act. I am working especially on harassment because in our religion, the women not going freely in hospital, office. They going to in their house and working. So 2015, I initiative, the KP First Women Working Union. It's a unique union. We have now the 6,000 women worker in our union member. So we are trying to their work, initiate their work, show, so they earning in, sitting in their house and they earn. So I try the second, the political side. So the women, I train the women to go to take part in political activities because the women need sit in this table so they know what's their rights, their policy. The men sit in the table and they make a policy. They don't know about women problem. So we are start the women policy. Our organization give free legal social support the women. Now we are also work on transgender rights. The transgender in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is a very critical position. They are suffering. They haven't the ID card. They haven't the health facility, no job. Many problem in there. So now we are start. They are making a ID card and a hospital in a ward, and they should go to there and earn their earning their hand. So my organization is, push me because I'm coming there for 1 week from Pakistan. Or you people know the Pakistan nowadays is very critical. Peace and conflict is this start. So 2 days I am in the airport, and then airport are closed, and very long flight I take. I'm come there because I know my grassroots leader feeling very happy. I'm there and I'm representing my people because they are all very low, very grass people. They don't know their rights. They don't know their what we can do. So I'm feeling too much happy. I this award I want to celebrate with my all grassroots leader, transgender, my husband, my family, and thank you so much, the UK women. You are support me, you are recognize me, and Jacqueline and everyone. Thank you so much.
We're now going to watch a video featuring the other Women Making Waves finalist, Frohar and Hamidi, whose bravery extends to challenging the Taliban's outlawing of education of girls in Afghanistan. Frohar founded the Sons Girls organisation in response to that devastating ban, with a mission to provide online education for Afghan girls deprived of their right to continue learning. The Sons Girls organisation offers free educational opportunities to young girls across the country, supported by a dedicated team of 20 volunteers. And this is Frohar's story.
Thank you so much for having me today. Well, I'm Furhar Hamidi from Afghanistan. I'm the CEO and the founder of Sons Girls Organization, and I'm an education advocate.
So you mentioned their Sons Girls Organisation. What was the personal experience or moment that led you to found that in response to the ban on girls' education in Afghanistan?
So the establishing of the Sons Girls Organization was deeply personal, because when they announced that the education is banned for the women in Afghanistan, I thought of myself, my younger sister, my cousins, and thousands and countless girls in the community that their dreams were stripped away in front of their eyes. So, and one moment that actually draw my attention was one 14 years old girl that whispering that I dreamed of being a doctor one day, but today I feel completely invisible. So I realized, why couldn't we have when the classrooms are closed, why couldn't we have our own classrooms? So the Sons Girls organization were established to ensure that no girl is left in the dark.
Wow. I mean, it's very powerful just listening to how personal this is to you, as well as, to the thousands of girls that you're reaching out to. So how did you decide what subjects to include, and what's been the response from the girls who actually take part?
So we tried to balance the practicality with the passion. Like main subjects like math, English, and like computer skills are life essential, and they are helping girls to do the global opportunities and careers. But some subjects like art, astronomy, and photography help them through the process of healing and hope. And actually, we surveyed some girls in our Sons Girls organizations community. They suggested that they need vocational trainings alongside with some spaces that they can express themselves. So now they are like writing poetry in English. They are taking photos of everywhere around them, like things, and they are talking about the stars and express themselves and their emotions.
How did they find you? How do they find these courses?
Most of them was like personal connections. Like I had some friends in astronomy, some of them like professionals and poetry. Some of them were teachers, like in math, and they came to me and they wanted to help, and they helped.
You must have faced some big challenges setting this up. So what would you like to give us an idea of what some of them are and how you've overcome them?
So one of the most challenges that we are still facing is the internet access. That most of the people still in Afghanistan do not have a proper internet access. So we adapted that we can we adapted this solution that we can and now we have some downloadable classes that the girls can come anytime and download them and learn the courses that they want. And we use low bandwidth platforms like WhatsApp for the discussions.
Oh, so really innovative as well as sort of supporting the girls. So how do you envisage these programs shaping a more empowered generation of Afghan girls?
When women can earn money through the like vocational skills that we are training them, and through the life skills training that they are taking, like financial literacy and some mental health workshops. When a woman can earn money, can do the some emotional challenges, then they can manage to heal, and they absolutely can help themselves and their community, because they're not dependent anymore, and they can help themselves and firstly and then their community.
So what message would you like to share with young women around the world who are fighting for their rights to learn and to lead?
So my message to women everywhere around the world would be that your voice is a revolution, and the education is a soil where the courage grows. So water it and protect it, and never let anyone that to convince you that your mind is not your own, and together we are unstoppable.
For this global category, the judges felt that they had found two remarkable women, a trailblazer and a young woman following in her footsteps. How could we choose between the two? A woman who has dedicated her life to supporting other women, or a young woman risking everything to educate the invisible? Well, we couldn't. So the Women Making Waves Awards goes to both Khurshid and Froha.
Thank you so much for this honor. I'm very excited. I haven't a word to say something. My message is the women empowerment is the whole world empowerment. Women is the basic need if you take the women, is all humanity pushing mother. If the mother is healthy mentally and mentally health, and they make a great nation. We need peace and love for all. We love only humanitarian, and we want united the women all over the world like this. You are appreciate me, my work. Inshallah, next I will become more strong with the help of, with the love of you all. Thank you so much.
I'd like to ask Roya Rassoli to come to the stage, please. So let me tell you a little bit about this young lady. Roya Rassoli is turning women's pain into power. Roya is the founder of a fashion brand called Femwear, born out of her own experience of chronic endometriosis. But she's not just reshaping fashion to help women living with the daily pain and discomfort of gynecological conditions. She's become a voice for fellow sufferers of these often invisible and stigmatized illnesses. As a Kurdish woman, Roya has overcome societal barriers, showcasing that pain and limitations should never hinder personal growth. Her journey is a testament to resilience, passion, and the power of turning adversity into opportunity. As an ambassador for the King's Trust, she continues to inspire young entrepreneurs and those facing health challenges, proving that personal hardship can become a catalyst for meaningful change. So, can you tell us, Roya, what personal experiences drove you to launch the brand?
Hi, everyone. Lovely to meet you, and thanks for the opportunity. So, my journey begins once I got my first period. I was 11. I had no idea what's period. I thought I have cancer because whenever you see it in a movie, someone is bleeding, the next scene is a funeral. So for me, I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? Because period education is extremely limited in most countries, including UK, sadly. So my periods were horrifying, so painful, in and out of hospital. I used to faint in school and being called, oh, drama queen. Despite having A+ in subjects, I was called, I'm trying to get out of my exams. So the pain continuously got worse and worse, and doctors and GPs was telling me, get pregnant, have children, then you'll be fine, or get an hysterectomy. At 15, I was given the pill to try to stop the pain and the period, because they were like, oh, it's causing you a problem, let's get it out of the equation. Didn't work, still in crippling pain. 10 years later, it affected my every single day. And eventually, I was diagnosed with endometriosis. I felt extremely lonely and alien because never heard of the condition. Woke up from the surgery, I was told there is no cure for it. It's incurable. And I said, my goodness, it's hard things to do now. So on the hospital bed, under recovery, 2019, I vowed I'd do anything to change this for the future generations, because we cannot afford women go through this. We cannot afford to be in pain 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, a condition that affects 200 million women worldwide, 1 in 10. I'm just talking about endometriosis, not other gynecological conditions. And I said, I can't let this happen. I am responsible. I need to speak about it in any way possible to make a change. So that's why I did my advocacy.
But But what you do, Roya, isn't just about... tell us a little bit about the fashion, about the kind of clothing range that you brought out, but also about the other things that you do to help women in similar situation.
To drive change, I wanted to do something to help my community, to help these women, the women that they don't have a voice, that they've been hiding it for years because of the taboo and the stigma. And I couldn't go to become a surgeon. I was already a fashion designer. I thought, oh, it's a hard route, so I don't take it. So I instead used my fashion skills as a fashion designer to raise awareness and fundraise for multiple different charities. And every single day in front of my wardrobe, I used to have a mental health breakdown because I was like, this doesn't fit me, I am bloated, I am sore, and thrush and BV and UTI is your everyday spice when you have a gynecological health condition due to hormonal changes. So I would get suddenly bloated or suddenly have a flare-up and the clothes wouldn't fit me. So I dived deep into seeing why these clothes and this bloating, it's an issue. So I realized the fashion industry have been ignoring women's reproductive system for years. So I designed these clothes that would expand 2 to 3 sizes. You bloat and you deflate and inflate, it would still fit you. And I personally struggle to find a supportive place to go to say, life sucks, I know the pain is real, I know there is no cure for it, and we can cry about it every day, we can hide under our do it every day, but is that all? And I found it hard to find an uplifting community. I would go to support groups and I would come back with horror because I would know what could get wrong with me. I could lose my organs to endometriosis. So I said, I need to build a place that is all about strength, is about celebration of our resilience, that despite living with these conditions. So I started doing free paint and sip. A yoga teacher comes and say, oh, I do the yoga, you host the event. So like building a little community that there are free events for people to come. Also a free guide that's now available across all King's Trust centres, which they help 22,000 young women, young people in the UK. These free guides tells you where you can seek help from charities for free. Which I had to call so many charities to do these research. It wasn't all in one PDF. Also hosting a retreat because the women come to the free wellness events and they were like, we wish we could stay here all night. I was like, I don't think I can do that for free because I'm not a charity. I am a fashion business. I make money from selling clothes, but everything else I do for free for my community. So I started doing one pilot retreat and they loved it. So we're doing another one in September.
Thank you. So can I invite Rachel Darrell of the sponsor Hall Brown, of the Inspiring Women category, and Sarah Lester, who is the editor of the Manchester Evening News, to come to the stage, please.
Hello, everyone. So I've been a journalist for more than 25 years, mostly at the Manchester Evening News. I was a reporter. I did investigations, put some bad guys behind bars. And I went onto the news desk to management in my late 20s. The newsroom that I joined, the newsroom now, it's changed a lot. There weren't many women, for starters, and there was no internet when I joined. So quite a lot has changed. I've been involved a lot in the digital transformation of the newsroom, how we tell stories online. The paper's a very small bit of our operation now. But one thing that really hasn't changed is the focus on storytelling and trusted news. That is exactly the same as it once was. I've tried to make the brand and keep the brand known for storytelling and for campaigning. One of the things I'm most proud of is the work we did in campaigning for Awab's Law. Awab was a little boy who died when he was a toddler from the damp conditions in his social housing, and we launched a campaign, petition, lobbied the government, and Awab's law became law in January this year, and it got the King's assent, and it will start in October, and that will protect people who live in social housing. So I think the work of regional journalists is an incredible one, and an incredible privilege to do. I also love the job now as much as I always did, and it's just very, very special to try and make a difference. It's brilliant to be here and hear these amazing stories. I'm in awe, really. It's particularly lovely to be here with Maria, who is the editor of The Echo. She and I trained together. We've worked it out 30 years ago. We didn't deliberately come in matching colours. These are not colours we normally wear. Happened by coincidence. But she's been a great friend and a great trusted ally in what is quite a difficult business over the years. So it's really special to be here. And thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's an honor, and I wanted to make a small request and say to please educate yourself on women's health, not for just sake of yourself. Try to educate your husbands, partners, colleagues. It's amazing to see that how much we can do together. Definitely the second that I got my diagnosis, I didn't thought my efforts would land here to become a Pride of Britain's finalist and an Inspiring Women Award. So I want you to know that sometimes your struggles is not your setbacks, and your pain are not what defines you and defines your worthiness. So just be true to your heart and support one another. Thank you so much.